Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian report for Tuesday the 15th of June, and just on the daily chart here we're looking, our main point with all of this really in most markets, and that can include the other indices, the S&P, also some of the commodities such as crude oil. We're looking for a top of a wave 3 for crude oil as well, but in a nutshell, from the March lows 1, 2, and then all the way up here for 3, and then we'll be looking for 4 and then for 5 here. So we're in the later stages of this move here, and as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and moving up for wave 5 here. Now I just want to cut through to the hourly chart, because from that blue wave 4 that we were looking at, which is, let me pop that in here, which is here, we'd been counting 5 waves up. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave, fourth wave, and then we counted up here for the fifth wave up here, but we're still above this high here. We still have we've taken this high out here, so it invalidates this particular 5-wave structure that I have here. So I've been doing a little bit of work on it, and we could now extend it higher. So in this case, we would look at it in terms of 1 and 2 here, but then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for the third wave, a fourth wave and a fifth wave here to come. So we could be looking a little bit higher, closer to the 7,500 sort of area here. This may be a bit illusionary here, because this wave 4 can pull back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here. So we'll need to be a little bit mindful of that. So let's just place that in there. They don't always come back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, but it's a good starting point to begin with. So in this little move just here for this, we can see that we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, so we've got a little bit more of a move to come in that space. I'll just go back to the hourly chart here, because we did get a better entry from this, and I put a stop here. So from yesterday, when we look at this, we counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for wave 1. So we put that wave 1 here, and then an A and a B and a C for wave 2 here, so that's okay. And then going up for wave 3 here, we can look at it as, well, let's just start labeling it. That would be the best way. So 1 and 2 here. And then, yeah, that might be all of wave 3 there. I might need to go to the tick chart. So I'll just put this here. Whichever way I look at it, there's still further upside for this little move here today. I'll just be conservative for today, put that here and that here, and just put this up here, but would still end up with 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5 heading up here. I'll double check that on the tick chart a little bit later. It looks like 3, 4 and 5 in here for this, so I'll leave it there for the time being. We could bring that stop a little bit closer here for that, so I'll just put that there to break even, and we'll let that run out a little bit further. So we're looking for a bit more of a top here for this, so we can start bringing this up into this space. So I still think the banks can push up. ANZ's not looking good. CBA's okay, but I'm not expecting much more out of that. But it is iron ore that's sort of leading to the upside. But let's just go to ANZ first. So ANZ has rolled over further, and it also has done on increasing volume as well. So we're going to have to put that wave 5 here for this. Either that, or I'll just copy this wave 1 here and put wave 1 here. And let's just move that out the way to get a bit of accuracy here. So that was a nice little trade. Anyway, we did everything correct at that point, so that was good. So the support here for this is here. So we could have 1 and 2 here, or we could have a top in play. The reason I'm putting wave 1 and 2 here for is because we haven't really made a new high above wave 3 here, and this is pretty clear that this is an A and a B and a C wave here for this. So it may be just 1 and 2 here. So we'll just gather more information. And if we are going to have a wave 3 up here for this, then we'll do our best to catch that wave 3, because the wave 3 should be longer than wave 1 here. Okay, so yeah, we don't have a trade in here. We went long in here somewhere, didn't we? And we got out up here somewhere, or we could, anyway, I can't remember. But anyway, let's just see how this goes. It may just, it just may continue to the downside here. I'm not quite sure, but if it finds support here and gives us a little sort of, the volume is right on each price bar, then we'll look to make a move in here as we did before. On CBA, this move that's pulling back here for CBA, it seems bullish corrective, so we should get a little pop up there at some stage for this. But we're still looking for this wave 4 to play out here for this, so yeah, it's just not there yet for that. It's a little bit of a bumpy road in here. I mean, obviously we've got 1 and 2 in here. And it's probably another 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 coming into here. So, yeah, we're not in this trade. We've exited from this point, and I'm okay with that. And as I mentioned before, it can go higher above here, but we'll still get that pullback at some point there. The iron ore here is that. I've got this as an ABC pattern here so far. So from the top here, we've got an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. Now we've pulled that apart on the intraday. There's no problems with that. It's not an impulse, it's not an impulse wave down here. It's in 3 waves. So that means that at some point, we're going to be taking this high out here. Now, the other point here that I've been mentioning is that the move up through here could be looked at as wave B. We could still have wave B over here for this as well. We could have this all the way down for an A wave here, an A and a B and a C up here for a B wave. Yes, it is above the 61.8%, and now we have made a high above this one here. So I have labeled it wave 1 and 2 here. Yeah, so still a bit of a rock and a hard place, this one. So let's just see how this plays out for this. I mean, I'd probably adjust this as putting this wave 1 up here and wave 2 here for this, and looking for a 3rd and 4th and 5th. But I need to gather a little bit more information. We've got to worry about this B wave here because the 61.8% is important, but you can look at other levels going all the way up to this point, this top here. And in fact, you could look at this as an A wave, and a B wave can still take the top out here, as an expanded flat, and then move back down here. So it's not easy as we think it is at times. So, but it is moving up. Let's just have a look at it on the tick chart where we've been. So as you can see from the top here, that's the top. We've got a nice 5 waves down for wave A and B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for this. So it makes a really nice correction. So the question has been, do we go up here as wave 1 now and wave 2 here and consider moving much higher, or we have the A wave and the B wave here and the C wave here. So we have to get past this C wave here, which will be 5 waves. We've already been counting this, so we can look at this as wave 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 3. We can bring that wave 4 in there now. And then we're going up for wave 5, that maybe a few more legs in that, and then 3 and then 4 back here, and then 5. So we still, once we get past if we get past this, so we've got 3, 4 and 5 here for this, somewhere up here, but once we get past this one here, then we can say that we're in a bullish pattern at that point. But just being conservative, just being careful. I mean, this will just be at the 78.6 there. Let's find out where that is exactly. So that comes in there. We'll just leave that there, shall we? That will be our next target area here for that. But yeah, look, it may just push up to the 1300 and do it there. The main point is the 5 wave structure. That's the thing. So the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and 4, 5. So we can expect BHP to push up further here for this, but this is where we need to be careful from here. I'll have a look at crude oil because where are we? Because it's very much like stocks. We've got that 1 and 2 and 3 here. We're looking for 4. So on our website, you'll see that this is all being counted on the intraday here. So I've had this target here of 72. So we're quite close to having a top in here. This will top and turn with the indices, of course. Yeah, so yeah, that's going to weigh down on things at that point. So we need to be a little bit careful about that. I'll look at copper next because that's part of the mix. I mean, in the bigger picture, I see copper very bullish. I mean, the supply chains and the new technologies that need, copper and lithium and, those sorts of things. That's the new world. I mean, these commodities are old, but they were in the old world and now they'll be moving to the new world. But yeah, there's some massive shortage on copper. So look, I think that we may, it didn't really give, I don't know. I think, I'm not quite sure about this. I won't put it in just yet. Let's just move this because this here would make a nice A wave here, B wave here, and a C wave up through to here. If this top gets taken out, then we can look at that. So let's just see if this plays out here as a C wave here and then moves up. If it takes the top out here, I might have to look at that. That looks like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we may get one more new high in here anyway. So we'll just have to be a bit careful. It's not that we're really trading this, but it will help BHP, of course, So let's just wait for this. I mean, we don't have a nice solid support on 10,000 yet, do we? That's really what we're waiting for. Is it possible to call that down here on it's kind of in 3 waves, so it's a bit difficult to call that the low there. Can we get 5 waves out of here? Maybe, and maybe I'm looking at this wrong and maybe that is the low and we need to look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here with an A, B, C and continue to build up that way. That's also possible as well. But I haven't really been that worried about it. This is definitely a corrective pattern and we will be going higher and it will help BHP and so on and so on. So yeah, all good there. Well, it will affect the Australian dollar, so that's still jittering sideways, so not much action here to be had yet. So we're looking for from wave C here as an A and a B and a C here for D, and then we'll look for an E wave here. There is the possibility that it could drop down lower here for this wave 4 here, so just need to be a bit mindful of that. There's a count for that, but yeah, basically it's not ready to go just yet. At the end of the day, we'll be long above 78, but even if this pushes up here, then we'll need a classic trading levels pattern here, and we've got that trend line that all need to be handled rather. And yeah, so anyway, we're not there just yet for this, but this is a bullish pattern because the move down in the first leg here is in 3 waves. As an A and a B and a C wave here for that. So yeah, definitely bullish, but not finished its correction just yet. Let's also have a look at let's have a look at China. looking at this looks like some sort of corrective flaggy pattern here, but corrective. So we're still expecting another little push to the upside here. But mind you, it could be done and dusted already based on this here as 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5. So it's possible to have that C wave in sitting here for this. But yeah, not that it matters that much for not trading, but it does help. It does help Australia a bit if that's trending. Obviously, helps the world, so to speak. Well, iron ore, they take up something like $14 billion last month or something. So what's gold? Have a look at gold for a moment, because gold's fallen out of bed, but I wouldn't be too concerned about it, because remember this move here that we had? I had as an A and a B and a C wave down here. We had wave 4 over here, so I'm going to remove that. Didn't need that anyway. And this A wave can be moved here. Don't need that and that. So this is in 3 waves here, so it makes this a corrective pattern. So I'm not that concerned about it. A nice C wave down here. It's probably finished here now for that. We're looking at that yesterday, so no biggie there for that. I mean, just a bit frustrating for folks that are holding gold, of course. I've got gold stock, so I can empathize, but I'm not concerned. And wave 4 is broken out of the trend channel. That's what wave 4, that's what you would expect wave 4 to do. So it's looking much better now, I have to say. So looks like just seeing if there's another leg down here. Let's just have a look at 20 ticks from 1900 down. Just seeing 5 waves pops out at me. Well, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So there. So from this low, that would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So we'd be close to that point there. I think that we're done, and I can also see that this is impulsive as well here. So yeah, I think that we're done. If you wanted to go long, well then you could just do that there for that. The danger point here, and just in case I am wrong, would be at the 1880 here. That could be affected by some type of A wave, B wave and C wave here, and then move down from that point. But yeah, and that's just right, because I mean this here as an A wave has moved really fast and sharp like it does. So we'll just check out the C wave here, see what sort of angle that's on at that point. But that's gold, that's okay. I won't do silver because I'll do a video on that. Where's US? Where's local BHP? Do we look at that? So local BHP here, we've got, this is the tricky bit, we've got 1 and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here, or we can have wave 4 over here for this. I still think wave 3 is a bit short compared to wave 1, but we could get the extension in wave 5, I know that. But it could be possible that this is just wave 1 here as well, you know, copying that and putting wave 1 here for this leg. This move up through here can count as 5 waves on US BHP, so we've been over that, so that's a good possibility for here. So it's possible that this could be 1 and 2 here. Obviously, if we get a nice tested support on the $50 mark, then we can go long from that point. I mean, we are long just in here for this. So the market has moved up. We'll keep the stop under there, just keep it nice and tight. Let's just see what what happens? Iron ore is pushing higher, so that's good. If copper starts to push higher as well, that's good. The only downer on this is the crude oil. But picking tops is dangerous business, so there may not be a top at coming into 72. We'll see. But at the end of the day, this is all about this number here, and it's all about, is it support yet? No, it's not support yet. And if and when it becomes support, then that will be the trade, that will be the safe trade to the upside. It's as simple as that. If it's going to fail, well, then this is a number that it's going to fail at. It hasn't, it's making an effort to get support because it had the arrival here. This high was a little bit higher and this low was a little bit lower. So there's meaning in this number. So I think that we'll get there. We're just not there yet. So we can't prove anything at this stage. And if iron ore pushes higher, well, then this is going to go with it. And Rio will be the same as well, all the iron ore stocks. So I'll just leave it at that for the time being. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.